it's pizza time. Hello and welcome to the demo for Pizza Tower. And it says demo 2 because this demo got updated at some point. There's not a previous demo that we could go back. Well, I mean, there is a previous demo we could go back to and play. That's not important. We're playing this one. This is the most recent demo, and we're playing this one. Now, Pizza Tower. It's an indie game. It's an indie game inspired by Wario Land. So we're checking it out. We're gonna take a look at it. Now, I've played through this, as you could have seen on the main screen. I've already played through this demo. I wanted to see what was up, so I played through. I've been following the dev Pizza Tower guy on Twitter for a little over a year now. I don't remember. He popped on the scene at some point and was like, ooh, I want to play this video game. And then I just proceeded to not play any of the demos for this game for a while. And then I eventually realized that, damn, I should do that. So I downloaded the demo, and I played it, and I realized, oh my god, this game is pretty damn good. It feels a lot like a Wario Land 4, like you can see, like, you know, it's got the dash. It feels a lot like if Wario Land 2 and Wario Land 4 kind of came together and made a game. We can talk about that as we go on, and I don't want to be reductive in saying like, oh, you know, it's just like Wario Land, because, you know, while that's very good and I would just be fine for that, to me, what I've played feels a lot like, what if Wario Land continued to evolve and didn't just stop at Shake It? And I really dug what I've seen thus far. It's been pretty cool. Been doing a lot of gushing about it, and this is like a pretty small indie development. Let's before we talk about that, let's throw some toppings into this pillar's mouth. You know, we gotta feed the pillar if we want to continue. That's just how video games work. And then we get to the exit pizza and end the tutorial. Also, something that I discovered by accident: you can change the palette of our main man Peppino Spaghetti here, the character of this game, by going left and right on the demo thingy. You know, you go left and right, and you can change the color palette. So we'll swap through colors as we go through here. So yeah, let's talk about the people who made this game. Some of the game design, the programming, the art is done by a mysterious person known as Pizza Tower Guy. Level designs done by Darkonius Mavicar. Music done by Mr. Sauceman, Dimwitty, Frostix, and Post Elvis. I felt the need to point that out since it seemed to be a pretty small indie team with Pizza Tower Guy just kind of bringing in people on a as needed basis, it seems. So, you know, we should give credit where credit is due, because absolutely required. We can just play through and see what's up. The game makes a lot more use of the dash attack than Wario Land 4 did, and kind of expands upon, like, oh, what if there was just more things you could do with it? And it's very cool, and I'm into it. Also, Peppino Spaghetti. It's a very good name for a character. Let's talk about the plot of this video game, because it's incredible. So I was looking through, just trying to figure out, like, oh, what are these characters' names, and, you know, etc., etc. And I came across some, like, tweets by the dev, like, talking about the plot of the game. And apparently the game had started development without, like, a plot in mind. So the plot just kind of formed around it. And I don't know if there's an agreed upon plot yet, because going back, I found tweets that contradict what I guess is on the Discord at the moment, and I'll assume the Discord one is more correct. But the plot of the video game: Peppino Spaghetti, the guy we're playing as, is a failing pizza shop owner, and in order to combat this, he has decided to explore the cursed Pizza Tower to discover the secret ingredients within the Pizza Tower, so he can make a really good pizza and revive his failing business, which is that's a great plot. It's very good. You know, that's already great. And there's another part I want to talk about it, but it's not entirely relevant yet. But you know, the plot of the game probably is not going to be all that important, and to cement that, like I said, the devs just started programming and making the game without, like, a plot in mind. But I found a tweet that was like, oh yeah, the plot of the video game is Peppino is from a cursed bloodline, and he has to enter the pizza towers that pop up every 100 years. Like, like a Castlevania. So it's very cute. It's very fun. I kind of glossed over like all the game mechanics because we ran through the tutorial, but the tutorial does the Hall of Hieroglyphs thing, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You got a melee attack where you slap. I believe the dev changed this days after this demo went up. I think it was changed from this like kind of slap, which is very good, to a more grapple-based thing. Maybe I misunderstood the tweets. I have access to Patreon builds that I haven't played yet, and I probably won't play for the channel. I would like to play. I'll play public demos and stuff, but it feels like it'd probably be a bad idea to play the Patreon exclusive demos for the YouTube. You guys get it. You can follow them on Patreon. I put the link in the description, so you can do that. You can go find their stuff. The link to the demos there. The link to the Patreons there. So you can go check them out and get yourself some good Pizza Tower content. Peppino Spaghetti unfortunately cannot ground pound, but it's fine. Peppino Spaghetti, he's a timid man. He's not the powerful beast of a man that Wario is. He may be following in his footsteps in many ways, but he just doesn't got it in him. The Glutamus is not Maximus on Peppino, unfortunately. So yeah, there's a lot happening here. Like, we got transformations, a la the Wario Land series. The transformations in this game seem very good. There are some where, like, an enemy inflicts something on you. Like we saw that strange ne'er-do-well throw a bomb at us, and we became Bomb Peppino, which worked like Fire Wario, where you run out of control. But unlike Fire Wario, you can end it by throwing the bomb with your attack button, which is very cool. We had Knight Peppino, which was like Fat Wario, in which we can jump and crush blocks. But Knight Peppino also has a sword, so you can go shank some fools. So you're not, as defenseless as Fat Wario was. I mean, Fat Wario could jump and destroy things that normal Wario never could ever. That's not how words work, but he could destroy things that normal Wario couldn't, and that's what I was trying to say there. But you have like an attack built into Knight Peppino that Fat Wario does not have. Also, so the animations and art in this game is very good, but this is straight up the best animation in the game. I love Peppino's crawling animation where he's just rooting around on the ground like an animal. It's so good. Also, he has Wario's like dumb like jump where he kind of like sprawls up, but it's like so much more like exaggerated. It's so good. All the animations in this game are great. Like, it has a real, like, this is gonna sound like a diss, but kind of like an MS Painty like feel to it in terms of like the way the sprites look, but the like animations are so smooth and expressive and very good that it's like, you can tell that someone who is very good at animation put this together, because damn, the game looks very good, very into it. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm probably just doing a whole lot of gushing in this video, and you're gonna have to bear with me because I just really enjoy what I've seen of this game from this demo. So this character right here throwing bombs at us, this character is called The Noise, and looking at the potential plot of the game of like, Peppino's a failing local pizza place owner. My original thought was, The Noise, so he's like the Noise being like the Noid, so it's like, oh yeah, of course. So it's like he's fighting against like some kind of like big pizza corporation or whatever. So their like anti-mascot thing has come to like make his life hell or whatever. But no, according to the Discord, the character bio for The Noise, and I'm gonna read this verbatim. I'm gonna put my controller down because I need to read this verbatim because it's so good. Where is it? Peppino. Okay. The Noise is a mischievous goblin man that was created from Peppino's inner shadow. The Noise was materialized from Peppino's unconscious mind after he had eaten the mystical yin yang pizza. The game's great for just that concept alone, that The Noise isn't just some weird like pizza mascot. It's like Peppino's like persona-ass like shadow thing. It's so good. I love just everything I've seen about this game. It's pretty good, and I keep punching the bomb, or well, I guess slapping the bombs instead of just walking into them and letting them explode. You can also just run into things with bombs and let them explode. But you know, you can throw them, and you know, if you throw them, like, Peppino doesn't like explode and get hurt, and we have to protect Peppino. He's a very, you know, he's a timid man. He's doing his best. Look at him in the top. Like, he can be filled with rage and do his best. And we have all the pizza coins. We're still missing a topping, and we've been this way. I think we actually need to go down. I've only played through the demo once, so I'm not like, you know, like a Pizza Tower master. Not yet. Maybe one of these days I will become the Pizza Tower master. No, we've been this way too, so we need to go off to the right and see what's in that direction. We have the key, so we'll be able to exit this floor once we find the last topping. Because, you know, we got mushroom, we got cheese, we got tomato, we got meat. Not sure what meat that is, but it is meat. We can be sure that it is definitely meat. And did we go up or did we go down? I think we went down last time. Yeah, here we go. Also, these freaking pineapples, they're so good. Such a good enemy. So I had mentioned that I felt this game is very like Wario Land 4 or Wario Land 2 mix. I feel the level design feels a little bit more like Wario Land 2. Like, it has these little bonus sections that are very Wario Land 4-y. And the last topping is pineapple, by the way, because, you know, people who make a big deal about pineapple not supposed to be on pizza are, you know, making a big deal about nothing, because, you know, sweet and savory can go together. And, you know, I may not personally like go out of my way to pineapple my pizzas. Peppino knows his pizzas. His name is Peppino Spaghetti. Man knows his pizza, and, you know, he'll put it on his pizza. So I believe we can trust Peppino. But yeah, the level design kind of feels very Wario Land 2-y, and that just might be the kind of nature of the kind of castle-y area. I guess I'm maybe talking a little out my ass. I don't know. I think this just loops us back down to where we were, but, you know, had to check just to be sure. You know, you never be too careful. But also, like Wario Land 2 and 3, Peppino is invincible. You can take damage, and when you take damage, you lose score. And it keeps track of how many times Peppino gets hurt, but there isn't like a health meter like there is in Wario Land 4. So Peppino, invulnerable, will never die. You know, he's a timid man, he's doing his best, but as he does his best, he will never be defeated. And, you know, that's exactly what we can... Oh, that's... Okay, cool. I wanted to figure out what would happen if you bumped into the pillar before you fed him his toppings. But he just bounces you back. I was interested. So we've made it to the top of the ancient level, and we come up here and we find a noise TV satellite, which of course we destroy. We're not having any of that, and because of that, we get our victory. Peppino does his little dance, but his victory is short-lived, because here comes the noise with a very good, like, your rival has appeared theme. Oh man, the music in this game is so on point too. It's very good. And now, you know, we get to do a cool escape sequence because, you know, Wario Land 4. Also, because this game is very much so built for speed. Whenever I like I said, I've been following the dev on Patreon for a while. Hello there. They make good use of sampling in this game's songs. And maybe we hear some familiar samples that we fellow gamers of Wario Land 4 are familiar with. But yeah, you know, the escape sequence, the game's kind of built for speed, and following the dev on Patreon, well, I mean, I am following them on Patreon, but I mean Twitter, because I've been following them on Twitter for a while. I thought the game would be more score attacky than it is, and it has a score attacky element to it, but I didn't think that it was going to have like these very like classic Wario Land style levels, but it does. Here's a bonus room. Where I guess there's like a dog or something made out of blocks, and there's not really much point to come in here, but we found it, we went in there, and we checked it out. And because of that, I think did we only get an A? No, we did, we got the S perfect. Cool. And good. I just didn't notice the thing say that we qualified for the S rank. I think maybe finding the bonus room adds to that, not entirely sure. But there we go, we beat the ancient level, but we still have some more things to do, and let's go ahead and use this like Virtual Boy skin. The color schemes are very good in this game. So unfortunately, you know, I've played this before, and you could see like, oh, I had gotten the S and A rank and the two levels, but there's also these two doors here, and these two doors are bonus areas that open up once you get all of the pizza coins in each level, which just has like a little like more challenging escape sequence kind of style place to test your metal because we're Knight Peppino. I almost said I almost said Patino, which isn't anything. I mean, I guess it's kind of like Totino, which is the pizza bagel things, I think. I actually don't know if I've ever had those. The parents didn't get me them as a kid, and then I just haven't bothered with. I've probably had. There's no way I haven't had a Totino's pizza roll. No, I'm an American child. Of course, I've had a pizza roll. I know I've had pizza rolls. I'm just not sure if they're specific with Totino's because we were a generic brand family, and I'm still a generic brand person. And that's just how I live my life. And unfortunately, I made a mistake in there, so we may end up having to repeat this segment a couple times because this could be a little tricky, especially since I lost my sword. Yeah, this is over. I'm just gonna go ahead and exit and retry. Because unfortunately, I played through and I beat these things, but it took me a couple tries to beat these little bonus sections. Oh, and that's bad. I probably could restart since we're right at the start, because that's kind of the way I tend to think about things. Like, if I make a small mistake later on, I'll tend to play it out and just see where I can go from there. But right at the beginning, it's like, man, I should probably restart. But we'll go. It wasn't that big of a screw up. If we screw up like again, maybe we'll go ahead and restart and save a little bit of time, especially if I'm going to blow up Pepino like that, because that's going to eat into our time. We only had, like, what, a minute and a half to do this? Maybe it starts at 2, I don't remember. That one I have a hard time getting without blowing Pepino up. I did it, literally the first time I ever made it to that part. I made it past without blowing Pepino up, and then every single time after that I've messed it up. Also, I really love that the Hurdy blocks that, like, will untransform you and, like, quote-unquote injure Pepino are just electric plugs. It's very good, some form fits function. Like, oh yeah, if you touch the electric plug, of course you're gonna hurt yourself. It just makes sense. Also, I was confused about it the first time I saw it, because I was just like, the first time I saw it, I was Knight Pepino, so I was like, oh, because we're Knight Pepino, he shoves his sword in the thing, and that's what hurts him. But no, it's just the things always hurt you. It's just left out, and the first time I saw it was with Knight Pepino. And I was just thinking, like, oh, we didn't find the secret area in this level, but this is the bonus area, not the actual level. And there we go. We got the tower secret treasure, a jar of peanut butter. How will Pepino make use of that on the pizza? Who knows? I certainly don't knows. We'll go ahead and use the dark skin Pepino, just because I think it's a neat skin. I really like the dark skin Pepino. Looks good. We get to join the factory. Well, we joined the factory. I was going to say enter the factory, but my mouth said join, and that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes your mouth doesn't work the way it should, and that's okay. Speaking of okay, you can give that hand the high five, and it gives us a thumbs up. So we're going to start seeing some more, I guess, familiar things from, like, previous Wario Land games, like getting smushed and we become this little pizza box. Now, the pizza box, it's similar to Flat Wario. But unlike Flat Wario, like, it doesn't have the, you don't float down as you fall. You're just small, and you can move across these, smaller, like, you can move across the freaking things that a little bit easier. The conveyor belts, because your movement's different. Can we? Yeah, we can infect ourselves with infect. We can do different transformation. I don't know what to call this one, but it's like cheesy Pepino. You get cheesed, and then you can stick to walls, or at least you can stick to the conveyor belts. And it's very cool, and it's its animation style is very in line with, like, Zombie Wario from, like, the game Zombie Wario's N 2, 3, 4. So basically all of them, because that's the only ones with the transformations. And I missed the points. These aren't proper toppings, but they are pizza toppings that we would traditionally think of being on a pizza. They're just not the full-on toppings that follow us and that we need to feed the insatiable Pillar Man. Also, just because we're here, let's go ahead and I'm gonna let him squish me. Unfortunately, you can't just jump into him and get forced down into a pizza. He does have to squish you. The hands, they'll pick you up, they'll end your transformation. So that's just something to be aware of. And I don't. Oh, okay, cool. Whenever I played this the first time, I never got hurt by one of the cigar weenies, so I wasn't sure if they were any different or if it was just an aesthetic thing, like, oh yeah, the cigar weenie, just to have a different weenie. But no, they have a cigar coming out of their face, so it'll hurt you. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt. Except instead of shoots you, it's a oop. Nope, I don't think we managed to get the points off killing him. Well, we definitely did that time, so it's fine. And this is where the key is. Okay, cool. So we can come back here when we get the key. We kind of have to, get our bearings. I spent a little while in the factory the first time I played this. In fact, now that I say it out loud, I don't remember where the hidden location was, which was kind of why I was panicking in the little bonus area. Peppino cannot make that jump. I always overestimate Peppino's jump, and I'm not sure if it's just oh my god, that's very good. I know it's probably not supposed to do that, but I'm so glad that he moves just fast enough that you can just keep yourself on the thing. That's so good. I love the crawling animation. It's so, like, animalistic. It's great. Yeah, the animations in this game, I believe somewhere it mentions Earthworm Jim and Courage the Cowardly Dog as influences, and I'm not sure if this was an influence, but it reminds me a lot of Ed and Eddie too, and the kind of just very franticness of like all of the animations. Oh, okay, cool. I was just like, oh, I couldn't remember where the bonus area was, and the reason I couldn't remember the bonus area is because it's, like the dog, like something that you're probably supposed to accidentally like happen into, and we could go and break those blocks, but breaking the blocks doesn't seem to give anything, and I ended up hurting Peppino a bunch of times in there. And I don't want to do that because I think that's what stopped me from getting the S rank the first time I played this level. Oh, okay, and this just leads us back to the beginning. That's cool. It's good to know to kind of start learning like how the level comes together in your head, so you don't like become confused forever like I am. And we end up going off this way. Okay, yeah, we did come up this way, but we didn't collect this last pepperoni. Oh, we have a topping in here, and we can kind of come across this room by giving the hands high fives. And then we can get grabbed by two hands, We can get a hand on each, not to be blue, but each of Peppino's tuckuses. His tuckus. I was trying to think of a fun way to say butt cheek. I was like, oh, how can we improve upon the word butt cheek? How can we add like your tuckus spot? But it was like, yeah, I can't come up with anything good. So I gave up. Just gave up and just let you guys know I gave up instead of trying to pretend like I had some bigger plan at work. We haven't found the... Oh, no, we did find the key. I was like, we haven't found the key, but I was looking for the key like it would follow us like a toppin', and that's not how keys work. Keys don't follow you like they're toppins. Toppins are their own creatures who were, just ready to be found and helped by Peppino and then fed to a pillar man. It's, that's just how oh my god, I've never noticed his face. The face in the like top left corner whenever you open the thing. I love this demo. I'm so excited for the full game. There's not like a intended release window. It just seems like the kind of thing the dev's just gonna kind of like plug away at until I guess the game forms. Now that there's like a level designer, because I think the level designers are relatively recent of like an addition to the team. And by relatively recent, I mean like several months, and just everything is recent in my brain, unless it's... Once I've forgotten it, it's no longer recent, and that's probably not the best way to live your life, but it's the way that I live mine. So maybe with a level designer, a dedicated level designer, the game will start shaping up a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not too worried. Like if the game takes forever to make, I'll be playing demos for it. So I'll still get what I want ultimately. And I've already purchased the game on the Patreon. Oh no, I hurt Peppino. I hurt him 3 times, so we got to see the very sad Peppino face. I was hoping we could avoid that, because I'm guessing that hurting Peppino adds to the S rank. Because I don't think we got hurt in the ancient level, so that might have added to us not getting the S rank here. Because when I played this, I got injured in that secret room a lot, and then I was like kind of interested when I saw that animation, because he has that interesting animation of his like eye sockets like all like sullen, all dark and weird. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like maybe there's some other animations, and he does have one that pops up at, I believe it's 6. It's either 6 or 5. But unfortunately, I didn't find any animations past that. But I stopped at hurting to Peppino 12 times. And maybe just getting hurt that many times was what lowered our score, or my score, because we weren't playing it together at that point. And even so, whenever I say our, it's like I'm the one playing the game. You guys probably get S ranks every single time because you're just that damn good. And you're not a scrub. You're not a scrub baby like me. But unfortunately for me, I am the scrub baby, so I'm doing my best. Maybe I should go up there for those toppings. No, there's a full pizza down here, and we do crave the 100 points that pizza will give us. So we'll just go ahead and acquire it, and we can come to the end and see what's down here. Oh, this leads us to the key. Very cool, very good. We can go ahead and collect the key. And okay, he does the same like goofy like eyes whenever you collect the key that he does whenever he opens the door. It's very good. I don't entirely understand the HUD. Like, you get like the run meter, like like Mario's P meter, and like in the game where, oh hey, I didn't see that face. That's interesting. Yeah, because before I was seeing like a red face, but I guess maybe the thing's randomized. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, because we're cheesy Peppino, we unfortunately won't be able to break those blocks. So we should probably break those blocks down there. Now that I'm thinking about it, there might be some points in there. I say as I lose points, so probably not worth it in the long run. Yep, not even worth it in the long run because there were no damn points down there, which was unfortunate. But but I've already accepted that we're probably not going to get an A on this level, or not getting an S on the level, I should say, because we'll probably get an A. I want that pizza coin. I wanted to get the pizza coin and make the jump back. Because I want to check out what's up in the upwards direction now. Because I think we've seen everywhere else in the level. Not entirely sure. How are we doing? We got all 5 pizza coins. We're missing 2 toppings. We have the key. I think we know. Yeah, we've seen the door. So are there 2 toppings up here? Well, there's pizza at the very least, so that's good. And I haven't had pizza in a while, so I'm thinking about getting pizza pretty soon. Like I'll probably for you guys for what I intend. Oh yeah, see there are different animations. Cool. Yeah, I kept seeing the same animation over and over again when I kept hurting Peppino before. So it's nice to see that there are different animations for the you hurt Peppino this many times thing. Oh, we gotta trick this hand out because the hand will grab us and end our transformation. And we're not fast enough to run past it thanks to the conveyor belt. Like normally you're just fast enough to run under one of those as the pizza box Peppino. So you kind of have to like fake out the hand a little bit. So yeah, like I'm pretty excited about this game. Like it looks pretty good. Like I'm absolutely excited for it. Like I had mentioned that Earthworm Jim was cited as one of the inspirations, and I've never played Earthworm Jim. So I don't really, like, all I know is Earthworm Jim's kind of like a run and gun kind of thing. So, I don't really know much about, like, how the inspiration for that game kind of comes over to this one. So for all I know, it's just the animations, and that's what I assumed, because I assumed that Earthworm Jim has some very detailed animations, or at the very least expressive animations, from the little bit I've seen of it. Oh no, I heard him again. I didn't want to do that. But yeah, I don't really get the HUD. It's very strange, so I'm down for it. But like the little TV with the score and like Peppino's face, it's very interesting. Like I'm down for Peppino's face. Like believe you me, I'm a Banjo-Kazooie fan. I can get down with just having my hero's face just kind of off in the corner, inexplicably. And just like the previous level, we can come up here, we can piss off the tower, and then we can just press the button as fast as we can to keep throwing toppins, even though the pillar's still eating his things. And we can, continue onwards to the top of the tower, and we can smash the Noise TV satellite dish. And once again, our victory is going to be short-lived because here comes the noise, not the Noid. It's legally distinct. That's the noise. There's nothing about the Noid here. No Yo Noid, no Yo Noid 2. No, you guys get it. And now it's time to escape. So these. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice. He basically makes like the courage, scaredy yell boy face. That's so good. And I've been kind of just motor mouthing, and by kind of I mean I've been absolutely motor mouthing, and I don't like to listen to things very loudly, so it's kind of hard. Oh no, I need to untransform. It's kind of hard for me to listen to this and talk at the same time because I just don't like listening to things very loudly. Because then it distracts me, and I don't like loud noises. So I can't really hear the music all too terribly well, but the music in this game is so good. I really enjoyed what I've heard thus far from this game. So I'm very excited to see the full soundtrack. I'm basically excited for everything this damn game has to offer, is basically what I have to say. And let's see, we're probably going to get an A. Yeah, a very nice. Which is fine, because, we needed to show off what the other things were, so I probably just got hurt too many times to qualify for an S. And I'm not too worried about getting perfect S ranks. If we ever do and by if we ever do, I mean, if the game ever comes out in full and I LP it, if the game comes out in full and then I LP it, we'll get all S ranks, unless the game is very hard and I'm very bad at it, and then I won't. But it's a good thing we got that, because now we've seen the S rank, we've seen the A rank, and here's some images of what the other rankings are, because why not? Here they are, just in case you wanted to see them, because they found a GIF on the dev's Twitter of that and figured, hey, we should look at that. Why not? And I'm not exactly sure what actually. Oh wait. Oh, okay, he had to vomit. Okay, and unfortunately, because of the color palette, he had to vomit blood. I'm not entirely sure what all of the color palettes are for Peppino, to be honest. So his base one, his white and white shirt, white hat, black. It's very reminiscent of Wario Land, the Wario Land 3 kind of color scheme for Wario. And you got your your Wario Land 2, more traditional Wario, Virtual Boy, I guess a Luigi. Blue, I don't know why blue, but I'm down for it. I guess a Mario, whatever. Don't really get this one. I guess it's just a cheesy Peppino, but I mean, there's already a cheesy Peppino. And just black shirt Peppino. Don't really get I don't get the origin of this one, or this one in terms of how it fits into Wario. It might be references to other things. I have no idea. Not everything revolves around Wario, and that hurt to say, but Peppino Spaghetti is here, and Peppino Spaghetti is here to stay. So here is the factory's little bonus level, and I was here for quite a while whenever I first played it. I'm not sure how long it'll take me to do it this time. I didn't make any plans for this demo. I just jumped in and was like, we're just gonna play through the full demo so you guys can see the game, so I can plug it. And we should probably restart, because I barely just managed to do this whenever I did it the first time. So we should probably take it slow. Oh no, I forgot to change colors. No, I wanted to do this as the blue one. That's fine. I probably won't make it through on this time, on this run. But if I do, then I'll just feel very sad, because I wanted to be that blue one, because I really like that blue color scheme, even if I don't understand its relation to Wario. But it's fine. Not everything's got to be Wario. Maybe it's oh, this just has color in Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color, which I've never played, but I've seen some of the sprite work for, and it looks pretty good. I enjoy it. I'm a little bit behind the time I wanted to be at. Whenever I first beat that, I was at about 101. Whenever I made it to that the bit when I first started saying the sentence. Damn. So this segment's a little bit mean, because we got to get through without getting cheesed. So we can kind of just stop. Oh, I stopped in place in the wrong place. We can kind of stop in place by jumping up and down, to kind of wait for the right timing to get by without getting cheesed. But unfortunately for me, I keep stopping a little too close to the cheese blasters, and I don't think we're going to have enough time to beat the level, because I think there's one more section right after this one. I don't think the next section is very long, but there is another one. So we might as well just see if we can get past the. Oh, damn it! And unfortunately for us, the reason why we have to keep stop is Cheesy Peppino cannot make it down the thing. But it's fine, because we need to see the time's up thing, and I believe the time's up thing takes a little while to time out past this. And there's no sound to the audio. There's no sound to the. God damn it! There's no sound tied to the animation yet. It's a demo. The fact that it has as many sound effects and as this is a playable video game as it is pretty good. And I absolutely probably shouldn't have picked the color scheme that is farthest away from the start for the level that I knew coming in that we'd probably have to play this one through a couple times to be able to beat it in full. But whatever. We're having a good time. We're enjoying Pizza Tower, and unfortunately for me, this is a bad place to. It's a little early on, and it's a bit embarrassing to mess up that part, because this is very easy. You just jump up and high five two hands at once and continue onwards. But for some reason, I always seem to mess that one up. It's always that one, and you know, the cheese blasters that always get me. For some reason, well, like the cheese blasters is you know, I'd argue it's a little bit difficult. You know, the level kind of builds through it throughout it. So, you know, we keep saying like repeated cheese blasters. You know, you even make use of the cheese power coming through. So, you know, the cheese power isn't. Oh, and that was bad that I missed that jump. But, you know, oh no, that was bad because now we have to do the entire thing. And we should probably reset. See, this probably isn't the best video. Diss on myself. You know, like it probably isn't good video to keep just restarting this over and over again. It'd probably be for the best for me to like cut away and be like, oh, I'll meet you guys when we get back to the cheese blaster, because that's normally what I would do. And damn, see, like I always I managed to actually high five the other one, but I always seem to get into a groove of like getting this level and then just start getting hung up at the hands, which is unfortunate because like I've done this before where I had like the minute like you know, like I still had a minute like hitting this point, which I felt pretty good. Oh wait, no, we can. I panicked because I didn't untransfer from Peppino for that part, but we can just smash Peppino and switch his transformation that way, and you know, wasted a little bit of time. But you know, it's fine. You know, we're probably not going to do it on this. Oh, especially if I do it like that, like. I wasn't jumping. We gotta make our man Peppino jump if we're gonna be able to get through this pizza tower together. Oh, and see, I gotta jump better. My brain, my brain. Like this took a while for my brain to do without talking. So adding talking into the mix probably not the recipe for success-a-pee, but we're fine. Oh, that was the last area. For some reason, I remembered an area past it. But cool beans, yeah, hooray beans, cool beans, as people. Would have said when I was young in like elementary school. I don't know. So that's it. That's the demo for Pizza Tower. I think this game's pretty good, which you probably were able to tell by the many times I said, "Damn, I think this game is good." I'm very excited to see the full version. You know, like I said, there's the Patreon thing in the description. There's the demo. There is another demo. So this game's had a couple demos. So like it had an earlier demo with like earlier versions of these levels. There's been like some like holiday versions of the demo that have like weird little challenges. Like I think there was a Halloween one, although I think the Halloween one was just like, I think it was just like an updated demo that had something special in it. That might be in this game still. I'm not entirely sure. I should have done a little bit more research, but you know, we can make multiple videos on Pizza Tower demos, which I plan to, because there is another demo. There's an April Fool's demo that came out. I have it downloaded. We'll play it in a different video. I think we've had our Pizza Tower. We've had our fill of pizza for today. We can eat more pizza later. We can have some fun with our good friend Peppino Spaghetti at a later date. So I was gonna do a little goof. I was gonna make him crawl around on the ground as. You know, just so we can see that animation, because I think it's super good. But I was clicked out of the thing because I clicked over to my notes to make sure there wasn't anything big in the notes that I missed. But I hit all my talking points. Pizza Tower, it's pretty cool.